How can we, as students, impact our community through the Sustainable Development Goals? We were presented with the challenge of using STEAM to better our community in the areas of Goals 8 and 9.
Goal 8. Decent work and economic growth is further defined as promote inclusive and sustainable economic growth, employment, and decent work for all. Goal 9, industry, innovation, and infrastructure, is further defined as build resilient infrastructure, promote sustainable industrialization, and foster innovation.
Our first thoughts were to look at economic development and change in our community. Erie has had a great deal of job loss in the last 20 years as industry has changed and companies have moved to more favorable locations.
We looked at demographics. Erie is a refugee relocation community, and we have seen a large number of people from other countries resettle here. We also researched the resources Erie has to attract new businesses.
We started brainstorming ideas for new business ventures in Erie. We thought about how to attract businesses to relocate or open in Erie, and we thought of ideas for new events or tourist attractions for the region.
Then, something happened that changed our perspective. An article was published that listed Erie as being the worst city in the U.S. for Black Americans. We consider ourselves a civilized society, but sexism and racism persist, and this article brought those thoughts to the forefront. The community had many different reactions. Some people thought, this couldn't be the Erie I know, while others were saying, we have been saying this for years.
So we regrouped. Goal 8 talks about decent work for all. We understood this to mean that opportunities for employment shouldn't be based off of race, culture, sex, sexual preference. One team would continue on with our original work, looking at creating jobs in our community. The second group would look at racial and cultural issues. The third group looked at sexual discrimination, both locally and nationally.
What we found shocked us. Our Declaration of Independence says all men are created equal. The average percent of Black Americans who live below the poverty line is 23.9%. In Erie, that number more than doubles to 49%. 4% of white residents in Erie are unemployed, compared to 24.6% of Black residents.
In Erie, women are paid on average 73.4% of men's salary. Nationally, women make an average of $10,000 less than men per year, equating to $1 million over the lifetime of the earner.
After further discussion, we realized our passion, our concern, is the inequality people face in our community, and we decided that is where we would devote our time. Our challenge is that in order for discrimination to change, this would require a change in policies and the attitudes of businesses and government. We are teenagers. Is it possible for us to make these changes? The truthful answer is, if we don't, who will? If there's going to be a change, we will have to be the change. Can we do this?
Yes. Yes, we can.